my youngest daughter is out the crib, graduated from high school, so we like empty nesters. So my girl be wanting to go shopping all the time.
Oh man.
Hold on, let me go in the crib.
There you go. It's better.
Hold up, real quick. Hold up. Is that better? Can you?
Yeah.
Does it sound better?
Now.
Okay.
And you got on the Spartan gear, man. My wife went to Michigan State.
Oh, for real?
Oh my God, she be all go green, go white right about now.
That's it, baby. Yeah. She know the deal. She know the deal.
See, I went to Mizzou, so I'm the Big 12. See, the Big 10, the Big 12, we kind of clashed it up.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Well, I appreciate you, man, taking the time, man. I've been watching your videos for a while, man. It's really inspiring. I have my son watch it quite a bit. He played football, so before we go to practice, he's 12. 12.
Good.
So it's not too early to get him pumped up.
No, 12, 10, 11, 12. That's the right time, man. Yeah. Good. What is he playing? Football?
Yeah, he's playing football, outside linebacker. So.
Okay. Oh, good. Well, that could change. That age, anything could happen. But that's good. But you got a big fight coming up?
Yeah, man. I fight for the UFC world title July 30th in Atlanta, man. It's been a long time coming, 10 years in the making. So I'm just pumped up, man. Excited about it.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, it's a brutal sport, but somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to. I try to make it as least brutal as possible. Just moving that little head out the way a little bit. Making a miss.
Right. What are you doing mentally to prepare yourself?
To be honest, man, I'm just trying not to make the moment too large. I've always envisioned myself being in this position since I started fighting. I never got into it. Like you said, it's brutal. And this ain't something you want to do part-time. So I always thought I would be the UFC champ. So this guy I've seen, I visualized fighting him several times. He is tough, man. He's vicious, and he knocked a lot of guys out. But I think I just bring a lot more to the table, and I'm just training and having fun for the first time ever, enjoying the moment,
Good. Hold on, my guy. All right, thanks, Ma. All right, did I give you the money already? Okay, good. All right, we'll talk. My boy just brought the flus to me. I got one little addiction, and that's J's. That's my only addiction in life. You know what I'm saying? But no, that's a big piece, man. And I try to tell people, when you're doing something on this magnitude, one of the things you have to do, to take yourself to that next level, because what happens when you have two individuals that are on the same page, and the key is, finding that why, because I think what happens with the why is that we're able to abstain a little bit more when we're not doing it for ourselves, and the more purposes that we have, the least likely it is that we're going to be broken, so if I was doing this because I want to do it, I probably wouldn't have gotten as far as I am now, but, it was my son, because my father wasn't in my life, it was all the people on the block in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? It was my mom, who was a 17-year-old when she got pregnant with me. It's my wife, who's been down with me since I was 16 years old. And just making sure that I keep that, everything I do, whether I'm meditating, whether I'm preaching, whether I'm motivating, whether I'm in a school, like always thinking about that, because I think when we think internally and we think deep, we go deeper, So as you're doing your thing, those five senses, I know it, but you need to be touching something that is an artifact of those people. If it's your wife's shirt, your son's, helmet, but just touching that between now and July, you just touching it, multiple times a day, because when we touch something, it does something for us that seeing doesn't do. There's something about feel that's totally different than anything else, and then what I try to do is I try to assent. So my wife's, the other day I went to go speak, she probably doesn't even know it, but before I went out to do my thing in San Fran, I literally put her perfume on. So I sprayed her perfume on me so that I could smell her scent on me while I was doing my thing. You feel what I'm saying? Maybe your child's, if you put powder on my man, or just a shirt he wore when he was playing ball, something with his scent on it, and so just everything, a picture to see him, having them put something on your phone on the recorder so you can hear them, and so throughout the course of the day, you're listening to that on your phone. So you are like, oh, I remember that. So as much as you can get all five senses engaged, every day, all day. It's just the way the Creator made us. That, when we start using those five senses that He gave us, it just takes us deeper. You know what I'm saying? And so then when you get in the ring, all of that'll just be boom, 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 coming without you even knowing it. And no matter what moves my man does or what he does, you're gonna be thinking about them and saying like, yo, I can't, bruh. You could normally like that hit would have normally knocked the next person out. You know what I'm saying? But it's not gonna knock me out. And I remember, I know you saw it when George Foreman was like, yo, I hit Muhammad Ali, multiple times with everything I had. And he said to me, is that all you got? And that itself broke him because he had given Muhammad Ali his all, and Muhammad Ali was still standing, And so I just believe that it was something within Muhammad Ali that said, yo, I've been 3 years without fighting. Like, I can't go down. Like, this is my chance again to be a legend again, And so if you could get those five senses going for me, and then just the gaps, man. I mean, I know Duke and the fellas are getting you prepared, but just this getting in tune with your spirit and watching my man and just looking for that gap, and that small gap that he has that nobody else has been able to really see, and you are seeing that gap and then manipulating that gap. You know what I'm saying? So once you get in there with my man, like once you're like you've seen the film, you spar whatever, but once you physically get in there, when y'all first encounter and you're looking at him, and in your spirit trying to feel his soul out and see that gap and then respond accordingly. I know it's a quick sport, but responding to that gap and then manipulating that gap. And I think that's what I've done well. I don't think I'm the best at what I do, but I have noticed some of the gaps that the Tony Robbins is leaving wide open, that the Dan Hardys are leaving wide open, and even doing this right here, like that's the gap, for me, that's the gap. They not, just talking to the average person that ain't about to write them a check for talking to them. You know what I'm saying? So this is a gap for me that I stay close to the people. I continue to have a relationship with Duke, and that was 3 years ago when Pettis was doing his thing. So for me, it's those gaps. What are the gaps? And then I'm gonna dominate you because I'm gonna manipulate those gaps. I'm gonna take advantage of those gaps. So just in my spirit, once I got off the phone with Moms and I was just thinking through our conversation, those are the things that kind of came to me. Them senses, the next couple days before the fight, give me all five senses, 2-3 times a day. Let your family, your why, just get sunk all in your spirit. And then when you get in that puppy, just 30, 40 seconds as you looking at him, you filling that gap out, and then you going in and manipulating that gap and dominating my man, and coming out. Like you said, you seen this already. So the rink is nothing but an opportunity. It's a physical manifestation of what you've already envisioned. And then the advantage that you have is that he probably does think highly of himself. He probably does feel a certain cockiness. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So that you can take advantage of the fact that, what I'm saying, he's feeling that way. And so there's something that you can get, because he might be a little bit more relaxed because he's feeling that way, and dominate my man. But yeah, man, yeah. Much success to you. And yeah, I'll be glued on is it Fox?
It'll be on pay-per-view. It'll be on pay-per-view.
Okay, yep.
So, yeah.
Oh, I got it. I got Direct TV. So is that
It'll be you can just get it straight from Direct TV. So you do pay-per-view for UFC 201 July 30th, and it'll be in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Good. We on in Papa then. Is that what day of the week is that? Saturday or Sunday? Saturday night.
Yep, Saturday night. Yep.
Good. Well, we'll be right there. I got my whole crew gonna be praying in your corner because I'm, because you Duke guy, so we'll be praying for you. And then just do me a favor before the fight, while you warming up and doing your thing, give me another shout out. What I'm saying, let's communicate. During that time frame, sure. And then let's get them, man. Let's murder them.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Like,
no problem.
Those little small things, man.
Yeah.
I know it would help. I just listen to you talk about it. I'm just imagining, my three boys and my daughter and my wife. And,
I did it. You feel me? I'm telling you something I heard. I'm telling you what. I just put my girl's cologne on. I was looking for it must be something from like Victoria's Secret or something because it didn't have a name on it. Yeah. I was looking all over for the name. It didn't have a name on it. I said, don't worry about it. Sprayed it. And the whole time while I was kicking it, I had her scent, right there on me. You know what I'm saying? And remembering that as I was going in. So, yeah, let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Yeah, let's get it.
Well, I appreciate you, man. I hit you up during fight week, man. Thanks.
Yeah, hit me up. You're doing fight week. Yep. Make sure if nothing else, just before the fight, we come together, pray, meditate. You know what I'm saying? Give you some positive vibes, and we do our thing.
All right, brother. Well, you be blessed.
All right,
Thanks again.
I'll see you in a minute. All right, tell your wife I said go green.
All right, go white.
All right. She got you trained.
A little bit. Bow, bow, bow. The senses.
I like that.
Something different that I haven't heard before. The senses in the field. I got a lot of damn kids, so it's diaper. I might have a diaper on the side of my head, football jersey, track cleats, a rap song for my 5-year-old. Yeah, man, that was dope. You know, especially if you guys didn't hear before, he had to talk to his mom. He said he had a family emergency, and I felt bad. I'm like, man, don't worry about it. We can hook up another time. He said, no, I want to make sure I get on the line with you. It's something I can iron out. But just in general, we train so hard at a high level. We're coached by high-level coaches. Our diet is top of the line. But sometimes those small things, like nobody has talked about finding his gap within the fight and manipulating that gap. And he don't even know Robbie, but he just said a small thing about him being confident. Robbie is coming to his own. And, he's a champion for a reason. He was a brawler that learned how to compete. Most brawlers don't ever learn how to compete. They stay into their realm. And he's learned that way. And he's not going to just give up that belt. He's already declared he's going to fight with his life. But I was going to fight with my life anyway. So I didn't need any extra motivation. But now, just thinking about my wives and my wife and my kids and, sustaining the living that I've been able to provide for my family and always thinking about the future and legacy and how long I've been doing this and, what it's going to do for St. Louis. Missouri has never had a world title holder in a big organization like the UFC and just how much good that can come from this. And selfishly myself, man, like I said, since 10 years old, I've been thinking about being the best in the world. Like no BS, like literally thinking about it. Like I remember walking up and down the street and wondering how the fuck am I going to get out of this situation? How am I going to get myself in a position where it's something better? And now I found it. It took a long time. I thought it was wrestling. I thought it was coaching. I thought it was movies. And the UFC and fighting in the octagon and fighting for gold, this is the biggest opportunity that I got to reach millions of people. Let them know my story. Let them know where I came from. I shouldn't be sitting here. I shouldn't be in this position. All the stuff that I went through in my life, I should be dead. You know what I mean? All the adversity should have broke me. All the things that came up against me should have won. And I've never been a victim. I've never allowed hard times to keep me down. I've never allowed what someone says. People got a lot of shit to say now. A lot. People are talking a lot. Like, where was that at when I was calling out Carlos Condit? People was quiet. Nobody wanted to fight that dude. I was the only one that stepped up and took that fight. You know what I mean? Nobody was calling out Johnny Hendricks. Nobody was calling out Ruthless Robbie Lawler. Now I'm on the phone with him. Hey, bro, we getting close, man. We got to scrap pretty soon. Hey, man, how you feel about this? So in my mind, adversity is my middle name. I've been in the ground my whole life, and nothing different in this fight. I'm taking it. I'm enjoying it moment by moment. I'm going to use those 5 senses like my man E.T. said. And I'm going to really enjoy this, man. I'm going to enjoy this whole journey because when I walk away with that belt, that's my first goal that I've ever set for this sport, to be the world champion. And then the hard part starts. Then it's time to reign, You go from training camp to reigning camp. The reigning camp don't stop, You the target. You the person that everybody got the red dot on. And, I'm a hard dude to take out. And I'm excited. I feel real good about this fight. I feel real good about everything. So that was one of the best moments of my day. And I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped now. So, boom, get out of here. Everybody out.
Before you step out, Brian, why don't we get maybe a couple times of him, like even opening the laptop or like his hands sitting around like the space bar, like cutaways, if Michael didn't already get stuff like that. Like just real times.
That was kind of dope, right?
Yeah, it was excellent, man.
It was like,